My question is to Monsieur Henri Levy. You were a strong supporter of the military actions that were taken by NATO in Libya. What is then your view of NATO taking similar actions in Syria?
The feeling is that if I help this intervention, as you said, I have the feeling that the words I used with my President Sarkozy, I think that they would have the same effect if it had been Libya or Syria. I think it would have been. No, it is not a French plot condemning Libya and favorizing Syria. It is just a question of ability, pragmatism, autonomy. The other thing I believe is that if the coalition, if the free world succeeds in Libya, it would be a very bad news for Assad, for the dictatorship in Syria, and it would be a little good news, late of course, but better late than never for the Syrian opposition, because it would be a warning. If Gaddafi, as I believe in the next days or weeks, is kicked out of the power, Bashar al-Assad will know that he is the next on the list. And politics is done like that. You cannot do all the desirable, the wishable, on the same day, in the same sequence of time.
And sanctions are a good start, anyway. And sanctions are the beginning.
Armor-piercing material that demonstrates the real source of revolution in Libya. You will see that the rebels have new foreign weapons which were not adopted by the Libyan military forces. Foreign instructors, foreign weapons, foreign money, foreign scenario, but native blood. See in this ordinary demonstrator's hands the light automatic rifle FN-FAL. Absolutely brand new, right out of the box. The rifle was produced by the Belgian armaments manufacturer FN. During the Cold War, it was adopted by many North Atlantic Treaty Organization countries, with the notable exception of the United States. It's one of the most widely used rifles in history, having been used by over 90 countries. The light automatic rifle was predominantly chambered for the 7.62 by 51mm NATO round, and because of its prevalence and widespread use amongst the armed forces of many NATO countries during the Cold War, it was nicknamed the right hand of the free world. This means that the rebels could not get all of those FN-FAL rifles from military storage points, and they certainly couldn't buy them in a store. So the question is, where did they get them from? And even more importantly, how could they get the enormous amounts of ammo needed for the rifles when Gaddafi didn't have them? Let's also take a look at the machine guns. Well, the ancient DSHK Soviet heavy anti-aircraft machine gun, firing 12.7 by 108mm rounds, is actually quite normal for paramilitary nomads. But where did this thing come from? Or this. As you can see, these are US machine guns chambered for NATO rounds. And again, they're absolutely brand new, right out of the box. Gaddafi couldn't have a weapon like this because of 40 years of embargo. And also, he really wouldn't need it because the rounds for it are very expensive, and getting them delivered is a big problem. It'd be much cheaper and much easier to buy Chinese machine guns chambered for Soviet rounds. Oh, well, there we go. That's a Chinese heavy machine gun. But this picture is interesting not because of the machine gun itself, but because of the fact that the machine gun is again brand new, right from the plant, as well as the instructors who are teaching the Libyan fodder how to use the weapon. This costs big money on the black market and requires a qualified professional to maintain them. And so that's why we can see an instructor here. The guy teaching the Libyans to manage this high-tech device sure doesn't look like one of them, does he?
עוד לא נגמר, עדיין יורים. כרגע נקלענו לאיזה קרב יריות טוב כמו צומת יד משטרה תקופות של סחירי חרב. צריך לרוץ קצת יורים.
Giriş tarafındayız.
سيد سليمان عندك